morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good one people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Before we get into this wee beastie here today, I just want to express my gratitude, thanks, appreciation for everyone who left a comment in the last video I put up for me and Queenie. Like, we both really appreciate your support at this not particularly nice time for either of us. It really means the world to us that, like, you know, you're supporting us and you're there, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. Literally, words don't express. They don't express. They will fall way short of what I'm trying to explain to you right now. Especially in my current mood is still naff, so I do apologise. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. Really, thank you so much. We both really appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you. Okay, so let's go on to today's subject, people of YouTube, and try and distract my brain from wanting to do bad things to myself. So, yeah, I've done an unboxing video of this. Here we are today. It's going to be the usual thing. I'm just going to show you this with, you heard it in the intro with pedals. It's a Boss Katana, man. It's going to sound amazing regardless, isn't it? Let's be honest. So I'm going to show you again with pedals. We've got a few things to check out today. There's a few more features on the head, the 100-watt head version, than there are to the 50-watt combo I demoed before on the Gen 3. So number one function being there's a bloom function. Now, I haven't turned it off yet. When I plugged this amp in, it was on in the intro jam as well. When I turned this amp in, it sounded amazing. When I turned the bloom function on, I was like, why would you ever turn this off? Why is this a function you can turn off? Like, I understand why, but you know what I mean? It's like one of those things. So basically, it's always on now. And what it reminds me of is the Marshall MG 100 HDFX that's over there. They had a switch on them called FDD, Frequency Dependent Damping. And what that did was weird. Like I say, with the Marshall MG, I never have that button turned off. It's always turned on. It makes the amp sound better. It sounds okay without it. It sounds great without it, but it's just like a little bit of an extra sprinkling of magic over the top, and that's what the bloom function does on this for me. There's also a contour button as well, which we'll go through as well. It's got 3 different modes. And I'm going to show you them with my pedal board. And then basically, when we get to the sound examples, the bloom dial is going to be, the bloom button is going to be on all the time. We're also going to check out the line out in this video as well, people. I'm going to come out the line out straight into the camera after I've done the pedal board kind of section, letting you hear it with pedals. And let's find out what the line out sounds like. Because the line out on all the other Katanas sounds bonkersly, insanely good. I can't do England today. And yeah, and then after that, people, what we'll do is we'll just go through the different voices, same as we did in the 50-watt version. Acoustic, clean, push, crunch, lead, and brown mode. A couple of different guitars, a couple of different settings, and yeah, and go from there, really. So without further ado, let's get to the pedalboard setting. As usual, my pedalboard is running through the acoustic mode on the Katana. It's the same EQ I always use. That's blown me away. Every single Katana I plug into, whether it be Mark 1, 2, or 3, the EQ that I always use always works. Balmy. Anyway, so just for people who don't know what that is. So, acoustic mode, I have gain and volume all the way up, cranked to 10. No bass whatsoever. Middle is at 12 o'clock, so straight up. Treble is between 10 and 11 o'clock, usually. It's kind of like tweak to taste. But it's normally around between 10 and 11 o'clock. And then I have presence at 12 o'clock, and then reverb again is just subject to taste. For the intro jam, I had it at 1 o'clock, so I wanted kind of a big spacious thing. It sounds really nice with the drums on the Boss RC. I'm running it at max power as well, 100 watt. And I also, there's another extra feature on this as well, which is the cab resonance. What is it recently with me not being able to speak without getting gassy? And I always have that on the modern setting. Deep is pretty cool. Vintage is pretty cool. but I find modern to be the best for me. So I'm not going to touch that today. That's something like, if you get one of these things, you can play around with your heart's content. But the cab resonance, I always run at modern. Vintage is cool, but I find it a bit muddy sometimes. Yeah, can you believe that? Me finding something muddy. And deep is a bit too much low end for me. And the modern is just absolutely perfect. Like the amp. Like the Boss Katanas. They are absolutely outrageous. Along with this thing here, and that thing there, and those two things over there. Perfection. Absolutely perfection. But these really are insane. I've got to say, there is always one thing I do not like about the Mark II and the Mark III, and it's the variation switch. I never use it. I don't like the variation. That is the only negative I can find, people of the tube. That is the only negative I can find with the Katana range after the Mark I is the variation switch. I know some people love it. Me, I really don't like it. But I've got to be honest. That one thing out of all the other things, outrageous. Like I say, we're not going to be using the little speaker either today. We're going through my my MG cab down there today, mic'd up with an SM57. So anyway, enough waffle. Let's get to making some noise with this thing. So like I say, the first thing you can hear is my pedal board. I'll show you the bloom function first. So you're going to hear it on, then I'll turn it off, and I'll turn it on again, and then I'll show you some of the effects and how it responds. So I'm going to turn the reverb down to 9 o'clock. Just another thing as well before we get started. All the sounds you hear today, none are going to be using the Tone Studio. I haven't modded this with the Tone Studio since I got it from Boss. I haven't done anything with this at all. This is how it came from Boss to me. And none of these sounds are presets that they've programmed in. These are all sounds that I can dial in on the panel. Like I said, I'm not even going to use the memories, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 today. I'm going to be on the panel mode all the time. And everything you hear is what you can get out of this thing without the Tone Studio. You don't need the Tone Studio for this amp to sound great. You don't. I see a lot of people saying that, oh, well, presets this and presets that, and you need the Tone Studio, and you need the add-ons and this, that, and the other. You don't. The amp sounds amazing as it is. You do not need the Tone Studio for this amp to sound amazing. The EQ dials and everything you've got on the front and all the different voicings are all you'll ever need. It sounds amazing. And like I say, everything you hear today, nothing is Tone Studio. Nothing. There's no added extras, no updates, no nothing. This is how it came. This is how it is. I have no desire to change anything on it. It sounds perfect. It is perfect. Don't need to do anything else with it. So just bear that in mind. So anyway, without further ado, let's make some noise. Pedalboard first. And bloom function first. Okay, Boober Tube. So here you go. This is the bloom setting on to start with. So this is golden plexi, dirty clean, John Frusciante-esque kind of sound. Okay, so this is bloom now off. So turning the bloom dial off. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it back on while I hit a chord. So this is off. On. Off. Why would you ever turn that off? Sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely amazing. So the other dial is the contour dial. Now, I haven't really messed with this because I don't really like contour. I don't like scooping stuff. But this is the contour dial. So this is off at this point in time. Mode 1. Increased low end. A lot more low end. Kind of doesn't really affect the highs and the mids, but there's an increased bottom end there on the green one. This is the red one. Brighter, kind of more low end, more high, not as much mids. We're getting to a smiley face. And then this is the orange mode, which I would say is kind of a bit more of both, really. And then back to normal, which is where I'm happy the most. So that's that. By the way, I just got to draw your attention, people, to how cool this spring reverb is. Model. That sounds ridiculous. So, like I say, that's the Golden Plexi. So you can combine that now with the Marshall Governor for that rockness. I mean, honestly, what's not to love? DS2. Ridiculous. Then you can have kind of like your soundscapey stuff. So if I stick on the Cloudburst, the Mel 9, delay, and loads of reverb from the Zoom pedal, you just get into a world of aceness. I mean, I could do that all day, and I have been doing that all day. There is no better therapy than music. Anyway, I do apologise. I seem really funny, don't I, today? Because I am, and I do apologise for that. That is not the amp's fault. The amp's doing its best to cheer me up. It's just I don't know if I want to be happy. at this point in time. Anyway, woe is me, eh? So, yeah, like you can hear, it responds to pedals so well. I always reckon, I don't know what even made me do it in the first place, but I always found the acoustic channel just works so well with pedals. It works better than the clean setting. I really do think it does. Okay, so what we're gonna do now for YouTube, I'm gonna unplug the microphone and we're gonna try the line out on this thing. So next thing you're gonna hear is the exact same sounds you just heard, Golden Plexi, Governor, all that lot, but we're gonna come out the line out of this instead of hearing a microphone. There is no mic. There is only Zool. So we're just gonna come out of this straight into the Zoom Q8. No microphone. Let's see what that sounds like. I'm going to open YouTube. So at this point in time, the amp is actually on standby. So I've got it turned off. So basically the cab is null and void. Hence why I'm wearing headphones. I've just tested it. Sounds amazing. So at this point in time, you're hearing me through my room mic. And you're going to hear the amp just on its line out. So this is what it sounds like. I've lost it. That's DS2, obviously combined with the Golden Plexi. This is Governor now. Let's go to Soundscape Town. Crank the reverb on the amp. So maxed out reverb on the Katana. So this is the Cloudburst, the Strymon Cloudburst. Delay, line 6 delay, reverb from my Zoom and reverb from the Katana. I want to stay here. This place feels safe to me. And this is one of the things I absolutely love and adore about the Katana. It's the same as like the Orange CL120 behind me, or the Marshall MG, or the High Watt down there, or some of the other amps I've got. When I play through them, like, they're very freeing. You know, there's a lot going on with me at this point in time with life and whatnot, and it just, I can plug into these things, turn on some effects like this, and just be away, just for a little bit, just to get away, and that's everything. There we go. Anyway, it passes the line out test, don't you reckon? So I think the next thing we're going to do, people YouTube, is we're just going to unplug the pedal board, and next thing you're going to hear is I'll get an acoustic and we'll plug the acoustic in on the acoustic mode. So basically just like, you know, as its intended purpose, if you will. And then we'll do clean, what is it? Yeah, clean and then pushed first. So, and then we'll just go through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go through the 5 different voices, and I'll just mess around with it basically. So next thing you'll hear is just basically straight into the amp, back to the SM58 on the cab. I'll unplug the line out, although the line out sounds absolutely stunning. It really does. Boss, what have you done? You've destroyed every other amp in the world. Look at that, you can now lead. Anyway, yeah, and again, it makes it really super. Yeah, I know, I'll talk about that in a bit. So let's make some more noise first. So, acoustic first. Oh no, but there you go. There's some sound bites, if you will, of the just straight into the Katana. Like I say, nothing I got there is Tone Studio. It's all from the amp. I've got to apologise about my playing. My playing's really ratty. I can't. My brain is everywhere, so trying to focus on one thing is really, really difficult. So my playing's a bit kind of like all over the chip shop. You know, it's all over the place right now. It's not focused. It can't focus in on one thing because it's just like, oh, I don't know what's going on anymore. So yes, that's fun to deal with. But anyway, hope it gives you an idea though. You can do so much with this thing. You can do so much with this thing from one channel. You know, you really can, and it's just ace. That new push setting as well is amazing. I actually turned the bloom setting off at the end as well for that John Frusciante kind of clean tone. I thought it was a little bit too bright with the bloom setting in, so I turned it off. But other than that, the bloom setting was on all the time. But yeah, these things are amazing. They really are. I mean, I don't know what more I can say. I really can't. I will shout their praises across the land from the highest rooftop. I really will, because they're just immense. They really are. I love it to bits. And again, massive thanks to Boss for sending this and also letting me keep this. So, Boss, thank you so much indeed. This is going to be put to use. It really is. I love it. And this is the amp that I'm going to have in where my computer is to record music with. And basically, I'm just going to line out from this into my interface and just use this with my pedal board, or just this. I think that's mainly what I'm going to use this amp for. I am going to take it out live at some point and give it the live treatment to see how it holds up. But for now, I'm just going to use it for recording and generally messing around with. I think I'm going to probably use it more for its inbuilt speaker than actually it's going through a cabo, this and the other. Because it sounds amazing on that inbuilt speaker, it really does. Anyway, PeopleTube, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below with this, the Boss Katana 100 head Gen 3. They said Mark 3. I suppose it is Mark 3, Gen 3. I don't know, it gets all confusing. But anyway, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. I love it. It sounds great. Like I said, I do apologise about my playing. It's all over the place. It's not... I can't focus it in on one place. My brain is just not allowing me to just kind of go, right, do that. It's so unsettled. It's hard to deal with. It really is, and there's so much going on. It's just like, oh. Anyway, hope it was okay. And again, can't recommend him enough. Really cannot. And I'm not just saying that. I'm sure some people are like, you're just saying that because Buzz sent you that amp and they're letting you keep it. No, I'm not. I have at this point in time in my possession 7 Boss Katanas that I own at this point in time, and I want more because I love them and I will hoard them so no one else can have them. I kid, or do I? Hard to tell, isn't it? Anyway, let me know what you thought of this in the comment section below. Like I say, highly recommend this. I mean, this now is like my recommended to anybody go to gigging amp, practice amp, home amp, recording amp. There you go. Anyway, I'm going to get off. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Again, massive thanks to Boss for sending this and letting me keep it because I love it. And they would have a hard time getting it back anyway. And if you like the videos I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Links to that in the description box below. Other than that, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. See you, goodbye. See you later. Boss Katanas. The amp breaker. They really are. See you later.